Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. We hope you'll enjoy the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with a brand new week of some easy, delicious weeknight meals. We are working on our pantry and freezer, and I've also got a couple of ingredients that we will split and do two different ways. We hope these videos give you some ideas for things to cook at your house. Monday was a holiday, Labor Day here in the U.S., so I got started early morning while Tim was still at the golf course. The first thing I did was took half of a bag of packaged coleslaw mix and made one of the 4 kinds of coleslaw that I make. This is the regular mayonnaise based one. I chopped it up. I added some extra red onion and carrots and some chopped dill pickle. You could use sweet. As I said, this is the mayonnaise based one. I also do an oil and vinegar, a sour cream one, and a crunchy Asian slaw, and I think they're all on our channel. I can leave links. This just has some basic seasonings and salt and pepper and a little bit of pickle juice and a little bit of lemon juice. So I got that mixed up. It always baffles me why they don't put the same amount of hot dogs in a package that they do buns. There's 6 in here. There's 8 buns in a package. It really bothers my little brain. As I said, Tim was at the golf course, so rather than grilling them, we did them in the air fryer, which I actually really love. So normally on Labor Day we do hamburgers or ribs, but Stacy was in charge of the menu this year, so Tim got
hot dogs, but you said shaved off like 3 years of my life or something?
No, it's just eating this kind of processed sausage and meat is not that good. But Tim's made his, and we've got him some homemade coleslaw and some Kroger brand chips, barbecue chips. Here you go. Make our plates. Hot dogs, coleslaw, and chips.
But the coleslaw counteracts the bad hot dogs, right?
Not with the mayonnaise in it.
Oh, no.
Happy Labor Day. That's what's for dinner today.
Happy Labor Day.
In my freezer, I had a package of Hawaiian rolls, so I defrosted those and cut them in half, and then that little half thing I sliced down the middle and opened them up like a book. These fit perfectly in these little aluminum pans that I use in my air fryer. For this meal, I took some mayonnaise and some horseradish and mixed it up and used that as the base instead of plain mayonnaise. If you remember from last week's video, I opened a package of roast beef that was in my freezer and used half of it to make open face hot roast beef sandwiches. I used the rest of the package of roast beef and some sliced provolone to make another really quick and easy meal, just some hot roast beef and cheese sandwiches. Like I said, these little aluminum pans that I have, we have them actually left over from when we used to have a smoker. They fit perfect in my basket-sized air fryer. I finished the package of roast beef and used about half of the provolone, so they were stuffed. Getting them folded together is the only hard part. I got them in there. I took some melted butter, added a little bit of Worcestershire to it, and brushed the tops, and into the air fryer they go.
What are we having?
You are having roast beef and provolone. Do a little half batch in the air fryer, and then we'll either do another, well, I'm out of roast beef. I may do ham and cheese, or I may make, I don't know, pulled chicken or something to do with the other half. I'll stick these in the air fryer.
For how long?
I don't know. We'll just do 350 and we'll check them in about 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, everything's cooked. I just have to heat through it and cheese now.
Okay. Oh, it's hot in there.
It is hot in there. Can you feel the heat? Feel the heat. There's a
hot in there like it is outside.
Yeah, there's a song in there.
Could just set them outside. Put them in the mailbox. Do the same thing.
Let's go do it. And get the basket out of the way. They're ready. And they're out. I did them about 10 minutes covered at 360 or 370, and then I took the foil off and let them brown for a minute or so. These are all Tim's. I think he's having chips and fruit, and I'm having fruit and veggies and hummus. So a little small batch of hot roast beef and cheese is what's for dinner today.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, you excited?
A little bit.
Just a little?
Tiny bit.
A tiny bit? You're not excited a lot?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay, all right, well, we'll see. That's what's for dinner. Are they ooey gooey? For the other half of the Hawaiian rolls, rather than ham and cheese, I decided to do a small batch of meatballs. I make mine in my crock pot. It's just a basic recipe, and I'll leave a link below. I took a half a pound of ground turkey. I added some finely diced onion, some seasonings like salt and pepper, Italian, onion, garlic powder, a little dash of red chili flake, and then 1 beaten egg and some minced garlic. Then after it's seasoned well, I start slowly working in some Italian breadcrumbs and some Parmesan cheese. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it out, so I start slow. And once I can form a meatball in my hand, then I know they're about the right consistency. So I rolled all the meatballs out and put them in my little West bin. You could use a crock pot, but I prefer this one. They get a little bit more sear on the edge. I used the same bowl. I don't even wash it out. I did have the meat mixture, but I went ahead and made the full measure of the sauce just because I like it a little saucy. You use 1 can of tomato sauce and some Parmesan cheese, and I basically use the same seasonings that I did in the meat, a little sugar because it is a canned tomato product, and some salt and pepper. I love this recipe because it's so easy and so versatile. I've used turkey most of the time. I've also used beef. I've used chicken. You just cover the meatballs with the sauce, give it a couple hours to cook, and once I cut one open and see if they're done, then they are ready for meatball sandwiches. I used the rest of the package of coleslaw mix, and rather than trying something different, I went ahead and just made some more coleslaw to go with the meatball sliders. I also took a couple of sweet potatoes and did one of my favorite things, which is cut them up, put some olive oil, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and a dash of red chili flake, toss them all together real well, spray the basket of my air fryer, put them in, and cook them until they're what we call sweet potato fries or sweet potato chunks. I took the other half of the Hawaiian rolls and tried to do the same thing, cut them across the middle and open them up like a book. This half did not cooperate quite as well. They came apart, but that worked just fine for us. Put them back together. I asked Tim what he liked on his meatball sliders that he sometimes gets at Subway, and he just said mayonnaise and cheese and the meat. So these were dressed very simply, a little bit of mayonnaise on the bread and the cheese. To use up the other half of the Hawaiian buns that we had out, I put some mayonnaise and provolone on them. We will top them with the meatballs, the small batch that I put in my crock pot, make little meatball sliders. I did some air fryer sweet potato chunks, made some coleslaw. So meatball sliders and sides is what's for dinner today. For tonight's meal, I needed some tartar sauce. You can simply buy a jar at the grocery store, but I actually really like making mine. I use a lot of pickle, probably more than a lot of people like. I love dill pickle. I add some of the juice and a lot of pickle and a whole lot of dill weed. I always mix it up, taste it, and usually end up adding a whole bunch more to go with some fish fillets. I got these at, I think, Walmart to try. Hopefully they will be good. I did the conversion on airfryercalculator.com, converting from 425 in the oven for 17 to 19 minutes. I'm going to put these in my air fryer at 400 and check them at about 12 or 14. I noticed on the bottom of the bag it said for air fryer directions go to gortons.com, so I did. And according to this, they will only need 9 to 11 minutes in the air fryer, so that is very helpful. Thank you, Gordon's. We are going light today. I just did some fish. Tim called them fish sticks. I said the package said fillets, but they're probably closer in size to fish sticks and fries in the air fryer. They took a little longer, probably because I jammed them all in there together. But that's the beauty of an air fryer. That's why I like it. You don't have to wait for it to come to pressure or release pressure. You can just pull the basket open and check it out. I've got
in case Tim wants to make fish tacos, I've got tortillas, jalapenos for him. I made some homemade tartar sauce for both of us, and he likes cocktail sauce. I don't have tomato, but I have lettuce in case he wants to make the taco. And I will probably get some fruit, and I also cut me up some cucumber. And very light and easy summer meal. Fish and fries, that's what's for dinner today. Some days are better than others. The whole reason I made fish and fries was to go with the leftover coleslaw that we had, which I totally forgot to get out, totally forgot to talk about, and totally forgot to get in the photograph, and more importantly, on our plates. That's what's for dinner today.
If you watched here the 1st of August, you saw that we did food for the Tokyo Olympics. One thing I bought was this white miso paste. Then I now have 95% of the tub left to use. So I found a recipe for some miso salad dressing. It uses the miso paste, rice wine vinegar, honey, ginger, sesame oil, and a little bit of lime juice. So I got that mixed up for a salad. I also had in the freezer this package of fried ravioli from Trader Joe's we got a few months ago. I'd been wanting to try it. It does have air fryer instructions on it, which I thought was really cool. And so we put that in our air fryer to go with tonight's meal.
I sprayed the basket really well, and I sprayed the air fryer. I'm going to put them in at 400 and try them for about 8 to 10 minutes. Flip them and spray them again halfway. Going really easy today, having a little light supper. I'm going to try out these breaded ravioli that came from a bag from Trader Joe's in the frozen section. I counted, there was 16. So if you're cooking for 1 or 2, these should work. They're going to work for a main course for us. They probably work for an appetizer if you're cooking for 4 or 6. And trying to stay a little light, I made us a big salad. Tim's has grape tomatoes and ham to give him a little more protein. Mine has cucumber and craisins, which I love. And we've got some marinara to dip. Tim adds more to his salads than I do. He's got a choice of dressings, Thousand Island honey mustard or the miso dressing. It's a little bit Asian, Japanesey compared to the Italian, but it works for me, and I've got to start using that miso up. So breaded fried ravioli and big salads is what's for dinner today.
I'm working really hard this week trying to use things up. I had a frozen pizza in the freezer, and the reason I still have to work so hard is because I keep buying things. I bought this Southwest chopped salad to try at Sam's Club.
That's something wrong with a square pizza.
I'm
Look at
square.
you. You're not square.
I'm
Look
not
at you.
square.
You're going to make 9 pieces? I totally expect you to make 4. Totally. All
I can
right.
eat more than one.
I know it. We went out on a limb today. Frozen pizza, bag salad kit from Sam's. I am cooking with love for you today, my darling.
I love me some pizza.
I know it. It's cheaper than takeout
And I
delivery.
love salad too.
Well, good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. That's what's for dinner today. And with the pizza and salad, we're going to go out on a limb and have Coke, soda, pop, whatever you want to call it. Because we don't normally do sodas unless we're eating pizza or burgers.
Maybe we're going to stray off the beaten path.
I had such high hopes for these. I found these at TJ Maxx or Marshall's because we love cherry limeades from Sonic. These are not that good. We're just going to have to drink them. These are a perennial favorite. I think the brand is Boylan. It's a cane sugar black cherry soda.
So which one am I getting?
I was just say Tim and I will have to arm wrestle for the good one versus the not so good one. Ay, yay, yay. Somebody send help.
Tim treated me to a meal out at Nuke's. We both love that place. We start off with their little appetizers, some pickles, and I got caramel cake for the dessert. They have these pickles and things. Tim took his little breadsticks and made chopsticks out of them and ate his pickles while we were waiting on our food. I'd gotten an email that their Q menu was going away and we wanted to try it. Tim got the Nuke's Q salad and I got a Caesar salad and a little turkey avocado club. It was really good. We did split that caramel cake. Tim did not have coffee, but otherwise it was a really good meal and a fun date out. Thanks so much for stopping by. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.